Halt your command and help me. I've lost half my men. Benteen's got a message in his pocket. It's from Custer. Delivered to Benteen on the back trail by Giovanni Martini, who sounds like a pizza delivery boy. But he's not. He's a messenger. Benteen reaches in his pocket, hands a note to Reno. It reads, Benteen, come on, big village, be quick. Bring packs, ammunition packs. Neither one of those officers on that hill are going to respond to any sense of urgency to that order. And it's going to haunt them for the rest of their days. In the meantime, Custer advances to the north with 5 companies, 210 men. He tries to go down into Medicine Tail Coulee 2 miles from here with all 5 companies, but Cheyenne warriors rain lead across the stream and blunt his charge. Custer has to retreat and fall back up the ridge where all 5 companies will gather one final time at a place today we call Calhoun Hill, within your vision, 2/3 of a mile along Battle Ridge. Custer orders his brother-in-law, James Calhoun, to dig in and form a skirmish line. Calhoun forms a line of 80 men. In the meantime, Custer advances to the north with 5 companies, 5 companies and 210 men. Calhoun digs in and defends himself for 45 minutes. But then Gall, Crow King, Two Moon, Low Dog rain in the face. After pounding Reno into hopeless submission, they peel off of Reno, roar down and crash into Calhoun Hill like a red tidal wave. James Calhoun and 80 men are blown off the ridge. In the meantime, Custer swings out beyond the cemetery, tries to cross the river one more time, and capture all of the thousands of screaming, fleeing women and children and old people who have run away from Reno's initial attack. If he can grab them as hostages, which he's an expert at, the fight will be over, but he cannot get there. Sioux and Cheyenne warriors meet him at the river, slam the door, lock the gate, and throw away the key. Custer has to retreat and fall back up the ridge, where all 5 companies will gather one final time and fight for their lives. In the meantime, Calhoun is gone. Captain Miles Keogh, I Company, beyond him to the north. Keogh is an Irishman. He's never been in combat with Indians before. He's going to become infamous in this battle. Crazy Horse is going to fly down the west side of the river, cross right below us at the bottom of this trail where the markers are, roar up the ravine with warriors behind him. He's going to go up over the top of the ridge where those bushes are, charge down the other side, crash into Keogh, and grind Company I into Gall, who's overrun Calhoun from the south. In 10 minutes, Company I is gone. The only remnants of the fight, a horse found after the battle named Comanche, Miles Keogh's horse. For some of us that are old enough to remember the film Tonka, 1960?
Yeah.
That was modeled after this Comanche. Everybody here is old enough to remember. Except for you. Ultimately, Keogh is smashed to pieces. After the battle, 3 days later, they're going to find Comanche down by the river trying to suck in water. He's been shot 7 times.
Oh, wow.
A trooper walks up to the stricken animal, dismounts from his own mount, walks up to the horse, sees the horse is in bad shape, pulls out his Colt 45 pistol, cocks it, places it on the muzzle of Comanche. But the horse stares back at him, as if to say, I'm a witness. I saw all of this. I know what happened here. The horse will live another 16 years.
Wow.
It's never ridden again. Ever. The only time a saddle is placed on that horse's back is in a funeral procession, with boots pointed backwards in the stirrups. And by the way, That horse ate apple pie any damn time he wanted. He's now taking a long nap in a glass case in Lawrence, Kansas. Calhoun is dead. Keogh crushed. On top of the hill, excuse me, a contingency of soldiers, 35 or 40, bolt off the ridge, charge down towards the river. Gall said, we caught them in ravine, and we killed them all. 28 dead men along this trail, buried at the bottom of this trail in a crack in the earth. 28 men, E Company, we cannot find them today. We call them the mystery troop. We cannot find a button, a bullet, anything that would ever indicate they were alive at one time. On top of the ridge, Two Moons, a Cheyenne chief, we swirled around the soldiers like water around a stone. 20-year-old Cheyenne warrior, wooden leg. It looked like 1,000 dogs in a fight. You couldn't tell one from the other. Gall, the soldiers were fighting good. They were loading and firing and loading and firing. Low dog. But then the soldiers threw their guns their big guns onto the ground. And they took out their little guns and tried to kill us. Why would you throw your big gun onto the ground? No more bullets. They took out their little guns and tried to kill us. But they shot wildly in the sky as their horses bucked and shot and pulled them all around. A desperate order. Shoot your horse. Boom! A bullet in your horse's head. 39 dead horses found after the fight on top of it. You're not going home now. There's nowhere to run to. There's nowhere to hide. Except by God behind a dead horse. Warriors get closer and closer and closer. They asked Gall, who lost his whole family 10 years after the fight, how long did the battle last, Gall? He took a deep breath and reflected back. About as long as it takes for a hungry man to eat his dinner. And then the shots. Bow, 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 bow. Quit coming.